teacher. He's a game developer at Anino Games Incorporated. Incorporated, right? Yeah. So maybe please welcome Mr. Marniel Estrada.
Hi, hello. Okay, so today, palakpakan muna. Kasi lightning talk kasi, lightning, tapos medyo mabilis, diba, lightning. Well, okay, so I'm gonna talk about 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours of making games. So actually, it's just not making games, no, IT na kayo dito. Pwede web application, pwede mga software application, okay? So spend 10,000 hours and you need to start now while you're still in school, okay? Next page, please. Okay, it started with this book, The Outliers, written by Malcolm Gladwell. So, yung sinulat niya, he laid out ng mga factors that affect achievement. So, it's very frustrating when you read the book because you see that these are factors that may affect your achievement. Okay, just look at it. Date of birth, location of birth, even your parents, and then socio-economic situation, then your culture. Okay, so wala mo na yung last, no? So yung first 5, those are things na you can control. So those are things na you can choose. I mean, you didn't choose your birth date. You didn't choose your parents. You didn't choose na sa Pilipinas kayo panganak na medyo kakaiba yung culture, okay? Pero, yung last one is what you call preparation. That's what you can control. You choose to spend 10,000 hours of practice. Okay, practice programming or making games or making web applications, okay? So we'll focus on the 10,000. So these are factors no lahat no for achievement and success. So we'll focus on 10,000 hours. So I'll give you some mga stories lang siguro about yung mga famous na mga tao na na-achieve nila yung nila gamit yung 10,000 hours. Okay? Next slide please. Okay, so why 10,000 hours? So it's a magic number for true expertise, magic number for greatness, and then so throughout history, no, psychological research have na rare cases lang yung na-accomplish yung pinaka-highest achievement in less time. So, the practice is the thing that makes you good. So, yung practice, hindi yun ginagawa ng mga magagaling. So, ginagawa yun ng magagaling. Nagpa-practice sila dahil yan yung nagpapagaling sa kanila. So, it's a tremendous amount of time, 10,000 hours. So, kung try nyo i-divide siya, so I think you need to spend siguro around 8 hours a day, then for 10 years. Okay, so mga ganun, mga statistics. And then, you can't do it alone. So, merong opportunities dapat na i-grab mo para matulungan ka, makuha mo yung 10,000 hours. And then, more importantly, this is under your control. So, you can spend those 10,000 hours. Next. Okay, so let's start with someone popular. So Bill Joy. Sino kakilala kay Bill Joy? Okay, so siguro sa history ninyo, no, sa history of computing, mga ganun. So may kilala niyo siya. So merong Unix existing code. Siya yung he wrote a better one na Unix code. So yung Unix yun yung mga dati, so yun yung OS ng mga mainframe computers. So hanggang ngayon ginagamit pa rin siya. So meron din siyang code, marami siyang code na na ginawa para ma-access yung internet. So hanggang ngayon ginagamit pa rin. He founded Sun Microsystems, which developed Java, which is a very relevant technology today. And then so sa Silicon Valley, so medyo comparable siya kay Bill Gates, okay? Next. Okay, so let's his story, Bill Joy. Si Bill Joy, of course, he's talented, a math whiz, no? And then, it's just lucky. So, yung time ng 1971, yung University of Michigan nag-open ng computer center. Now, nung time na yun, pag yung college may computer center, it's pinaka-advanced ka na advanced ka na college. And then, yung computer nila, dati kasi, yung is punch cards, yung computer na sikat. So, yung punch cards, siya, di ba may parang isang malaking computer. So, yung punch cards kasi, parang punch cards talaga, tapos may operator. So, ibibigay mo yung program mo, para naman yung program na to. So, i-schedule ka pa nila, may schedule pa. So, parang, paaran naman yung program na to, tapos irala nila. Tapos, kung may error, babalik sa'yo yung cards. So, siya, nakaka-tedious na process until someone invented yung time-sharing na terminal. So, yung nila, sa panahon niya, may isang mainframe, and then, yung terminal nakakonect dun sa mainframe. So it means hindi na isang punch card lang ang ipapasok. So pwede na multiple users gumagamit dun sa mainframe. Now, dun sa University of Michigan, it so happens na yung computer na meron sila is time sharing, which enabled him na mag-program. And so sa college niya, whole college, so he spent 8 to 10 hours of programming throughout college. And then, may isang story dito na, yung sa time sharing, na every student may account. So yung dati is, may time limit ka lang. For example, mga around, I think, 1 hour, na parang, ito, kunwari magpapasok ka, 1 hour lang ako mag-program. So he found a bug, merong bug na parang lang T equals K, parang ganun. So it allowed him to sit on the terminal forever. Okay? So, those times, nakaka-program na siya ng nakapag-program na walang limit. Okay? So, yan yung sa college, and then graduate school, he was doing it more. So, more than 10 hours pa. Kasi, yung graduate school siya, meron siyang terminal dun sa, dun sa room niya. Okay, and then, well, siya mismo na nagsabi na, nung first year ng graduate school, di ba ako ganun ka-proficient. Pero when second year came, so that's when he made yung mga software components para sa internet. Okay? So, ayan. So, yan yung buhay niya. 8 to 10 hours of programming throughout college. Okay? Think about that. Next, Okay, next is rock and roll band, The Beatles. Okay? Kilala ba The Beatles? Okay. Ayan. So, started the British invasion in 1964. So, very popular during the 60s and 70s. And they changed the face of popular music sa US. And then, so marami silang na-release na hit albums. And then, probably considered a legendary band. No? Okay, so let's know their story ng The Beatles. Okay, yung story ng The Beatles started in 1957. So that's 7 years prior sa pagdating nila sa US in 1964. And then, they reached their, siguro yung parang pinaka-best album nila, 10 years na after. So, it started with, during their, sa 1960, yung mga college, pa sila, rock and roll na band, struggling pa sila. Well, randomly, someone invited them to play in Hamburg, Germany. Okay? Now, sa Hamburg, Germany, walang there's no such thing as rock and roll. Sa Hamburg, Germany, sikat doon mga striptease. Non-stop striptease, so 8 hours na striptease, okay? So, someone made na, what if, gawa tayo ng non-stop rock and roll? So, sila yung one of the bands na nandun. And so, syempre, as a rock and roll band, so yung Beatles, gusto nila bumalik kasi maraming alcohol, maraming babae. Syempre, rock and babae, so something happens, okay? And then, so, ang pinaka-extraordinary about Hamburg is, they are forced to play 8 hours a night, 7 nights a week. So, just imagine that. So, for around 2 to 3 years, sa Hamburg sila, played for 8 hours and 7 nights a week. So, by the time na 1964, dumating na sila sa US, they already performed live 1,200 times, okay? Now, yung 1,200 times is a very extraordinary number. Kasi mga bands ngayon, hindi makatugtog ng ganun karami in the entire career. So, ayan, Beatles. So, do you think they got 10,000 hours of playing in the band? Yes, of course. Okay, next. Okay, next is we have a story of Bill Gates. Sino kakilala kay Bill Gates? Of course, di ba? Ginagamit natin eh, hanggang ngayon. Okay, so it's a college dropout. Founded Microsoft, made the Windows operating system, and once the richest man on earth. Okay? So, yung story niya, hindi siya parang, because he is talented. No, hindi siya ganun. So, we'll see kung ano yung story ni Bill Gates. Okay, like Bill Joy is a mathwist. Na-board siya sa public school niya. So, yung parents niya, tinransfer siya sa private school, which is yung Lakeside in 1968. Now, yung 1968, yung Lakeside, meron na silang computer club. So at that time, may mga colleges pa na walang computer club. So this private school is parang big break for him kasi meron silang computer club. And then from that, kasi group of friends sila eh. So they taught themselves programming. And then dati, yung di ba na-share ko yung terminal computing. So dati, yung computing, binabayaran yan. Para siyang smart ngayon na babayaran yung Pagkagamit ka ng computer, iba yung terminal mo na-connect sa mainframe. So babayaran mo rin oras niyan. So sa club nila, nauubos yung pera. $3,000 for this club. Tapos babayaran nila yung parang smart or parang globe na computing. Nauubos nila. So one opportunity din is, the parents would raise money for the computer club. So they can keep on programming. And then eventually, fortunately, a group of students from University of Washington na nag-graduate na, they formed a company called C-Cube. And then one of the founders doon, meron siyang anak na doon sa Lakeside. Tapos na-found out niya yung computer club nila. So inisip niya if we could parang somehow test our software in exchange for computer time. So of course, sila Bill Gates, of course, why not? Okay? So during that time, after school, sila Bill Gates will go to the offices of C-Cube para lang mag-program. Okay? So, that's one, Then, after a while, C-Cube, bankrupt ang C-Cube. So, at this time, balik sila sa So, this time, yung naman is sa University of Washington. Sa University of Washington, merong free computer na ginagamit. So, yung doon is, sa physics and medical nila na department, merong computer. Open lang siya 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Okay, so imagine that sila Bill Gates, gigising sila ng 3 a.m. punta doon sa university para mag-code lang. And then uwi sila. Okay, so ganun sila ka-passionate sa programming. And then in 1971, they got another agreement with ISI, so Information Science Incorporated, para i-code yung payroll system nila. So, imagine na students pa sila ng time na to. Kasi, ayan, 8th grade, di ba? So, basta student pa sila. And in this time, so sila yung gumawa ng payroll system, a whooping 1,500 hours of programming yung na-spend nila. So, 7 months of coding dun sa Information Science Incorporated. Okay? Ayun, next. And then another company called ISI for help with their power station software. So this time, senior na si Bill Gates, So of course, yung ISI, yung nirecommend nila is yung mga bata, mga high school na programmers. And one opportunity din for Bill Gates is yung Lakeside, they allow what they call independent study project. Diba nasa school siya. Tapos yung TRW, malayo yung office. So he was able to convince na the school na independent study project muna. So doon so inallow siya, doon siya nag-code, and then doon niya na-meet si John Norton, which eventually would become his mentor. Familiar with Norton antivirus, So yun, si John Norton yung naging mentor niya. So John Norton at that time is one of the greatest programmer. So siya yung naging mentor. And then, so just imagine, spent his whole high school from 8th grade to, 12th grade sila. So 5 years of non-stop programming. And then, pag-drop out niya, nag-drop out siya sa college 2nd year. So he already have 7 years of non-stop programming consecutive. So do you think he's way past 10,000 hours of programming? I think so, right? So, ayan, pero 10,000 hours is just one factor of your success, But it's very important because this is something you can control. Okay? Okay, next slide. So, ayan. So, I made this ano. So, what would you like to be? Now, there's always research na 10,000 hour practice is always greater than talent. Okay? There's even a book called The Talent Delusion. So, if you get to read that one. So, ayan. So, are you A, talent plus 1,000 hour practice? Or are you B, talent lang? Are you C, 10,000 hour practice? Or are you D, no talent, no 10,000 hour practice? Okay? A. Okay, A. Okay, I'm supposed you would want A or C. But A is very hard because, you know, you can say I'm talented. For example, you can say, I'm talented. No. Somebody will only observe that from you. Talented siya. So, hindi mo pwede sabihin, talented ako. Hindi pwede. So, somebody has to observe that from you. Okay? So, but it's good if you're talented and then you have some practice. But, pinaka-posible for all of us is letter C. So, even if you're a regular student and you don't think na, you're really good academically, but you have 10,000 hours of practice, you're still very good. Okay? Nakuha? Okay, next slide please. So, ganun din sa games industry because ako din nag-ano ng Hyrie sa Anino Games, no? So, pag nagko-compare ako ng resume, so yung yung guy na hindi naman cum laude or hindi naman valedictorian sa high school, pero meron siyang game na nagawa. Ayan. Pero kumpara mo dun sa isang guy na cum laude, valedictorian, pero walang nagawa, I would still give yung guy na gumawa ng games a chance. Kasi sila yung may experience eh. So they already made games. So for me, they are much better than those na yung academic lang, yung parang grado lang. Okay? So ayan. If you want to be ahead of your ahead of the parang in your school life, just make lots and lots of projects. So kung si teacher na si prof na, oy may project tayo. So dapat maging masaya kayo. Dagdag sa 10,000 hours. So dapat ganun. Okay? So start your 10,000 hours of making games now. Thank you very much. Ayan, I will accept questions. Sige, sa mic po.
Sa tingin mo, nakamit mo na yung 10,000 hours of making games mo?
The point is you don't count. I mean, you don't, kasi, well, siguro I've reached mga 6,000, 7,000. But the point is you don't count. Kasi I've started making games na college pa lang ako. So, dati, actually, swerte kayo ngayon. It's a great opportunity na meron kayong game development sa course. So, sa amin dati is just pure computer science. And if you want to learn how to make games, you have to make, parang self-study lang talaga. Ayan, so since college, gumagawa na akong games. And then pag sa work na, actually, yung camera guy, he's my office mate sa Asus System Corporate, Asus, di ba? Basta Asus. Ayan, office mate ko yan. Ayan. So, camera guy lang siya ngayon, pero magaling yan. Mentor ko yan. Okay, then after that, 3 years in Asus, then balik games na naman. So at least 3 years na ako sa games ngayon. So more or less, hindi pa ako nag 10 years talaga. Kasi 10 years yung parang benchmark na makuha mo yung 10,000 hours. Pero the point is, you don't count. The point is, you grab every opportunity na makagawa kayo ng game. Okay, so may contest, gawa kayong game. Okay, gawa tayong game. May project kayo with the prof, gawa tayong game. So gawa lang ng gawa. Okay, did I answer your question? Okay,
Hi, I'm a values educator, visitor only for today. And I'm getting lucky because na-meet ko yung mga people dito again. But my question is, kasi you're into games, creating, ganon. parang feeling ko lang as an educator, although hindi kami naboboard magawa ng grades, pero wouldn't it be like a challenge to you if you can make like a game for us na we'll find it fun doing the grades? Oh, that's it. Thanks.
So, gamified na, of course. It's a great idea, ma'am. Well, Any question? Or, we'll take note of that, ma'am. See you, sir.
Yung 10,000 hours po ba, applicable siya in any area of skill?
Yes. So, I'll give you an example pa, mga basketball players, mga hockey players, even Mozart. Okay, si Mozart actually is a late bloomer. So, yung niya, yung pinaka-first na sikat na niya is mga nag-start lang medyo yung late 20s niya. Pero nag-concert na siya, 20 years na siya naggawa ng music. So yung mga first na mga niya, hindi masyadong maganda. Ayan. So actually, if you read the book, I mean, just take it with a grain of salt, with the book. So, ayun, marami siyang examples dun from hindi lang sa IT, sa ibang industries din. Pati yung mga master criminal, meron din dun. Ng game? Marami. Okay, ngayon, yung sikat ngayon is Unity 3D. Kasi yan yung pinakamadali, pinakamabilis. Unity 3D. I haven't heard of it. Dati kasi, college pa ako, Java, C++, yun yung gamit namin. Ngayon, meron ng Unity 3D which is free. Tapos, mabilis lang gumawa ng game. Nakaka-port pa siya to Android, to iOS, to web. Tapos, walang masyadong change sa code. Yan, try nyo hanapin, Unity 3D. That's what, yan na yung mga sikat ngayon. Any more questions? Okay na? So, 10,000 hours ha? Okay, thank you.
Thank you po.